Proven right again. May 19, 2019 by Anna von Reitz. Anyone who has been following the split between the American States Assembly and the Michigan General Jural Assembly has heard their big talk about the Hague this and the Hague that. And some other parties and other would-be state assemblies have been spouting about the Hague too, but our actual states of the Union don't stand under the Hague Conventions. Just this afternoon I had it thrown in my face, I guess we will see you at the Hague. No, I thought grimly, you won't. Our actual states of the Union don't stand under the Hague Conventions. That's the hub for the Territorial Military Governments. The Lieber Code, also known as General Order 100, morphed into the Hague Conventions. The Hague has less than zero to do with our states, and everything to do with British-controlled states of states. So all those people running around talking excitedly about the Hague, the Hague, the Hague, are United States citizens, Tories, subjects of the Queen, intent on building states of states and just deceitfully calling them states instead. Either that, or they are very confused Americans. Buyer beware and innocent Americans take heed. Hague equals territorial government equals military government. Nothing to do with our actual states. Those listening to Destry et alia have also heard plenty about how they are working with DoD. No doubt you will all be interested to know that the DoD is part of the nasty old bankrupt municipal corporation and that the DoD is the organization that purloined and cashiered all the credit owed to the American states and people and used that as a slush fund to promote military operations worldwide instead of giving the credit we are owed back to us. They don't want us to succeed, because if we do, all that credit has to be released back to us, to pay off mortgages that should have never been loaded onto our backs, to pay off college loans that we never legitimately owed, to pay off medical bills we don't actually owe, either. It's our credit, not theirs, and everyone knows it, but they are still in the running to keep it as abandoned assets, if they can derail us and taint our efforts and keep us from assembling our states of the Union. The only thing a sane American wants to hear about the DoD is that it is paying back all the credit it stole from us, and all we want to do with DoD is make sure that happens. Finally, remember I told you all that the modus operandi of the evil ones is always the same? That they accuse the opposition of doing the things that they are doing themselves? Yes, just like Hillary and Harry Reid accusing Trump of Russian collusion after setting up a backdoor deal to sell 20% of our uranium to the Russians. And, as it turns out, just like Sun Tzu, who, after claiming to be Jesus Christ, went on to explain that he went to a Jesuit school and his favorite teacher was a Jesuit priest. This is the same guy that went on a rampage claiming that I was a Vatican agent. Lol. The pot always calls the kettle black in their world. Whatever they are doing, is what they claim against others. Whatever they are, is what they project on those who oppose them. So shine up your Shinola sensors good and bright. Check the batteries. And remember the fine points. 1. Our states have nothing to do with the Hague and don't function under the Hague Conventions. 2. DoD is competing with us and trying to keep $21 trillion worth of national credit that is owed to the American states and people by tainting and derailing our efforts to assemble our actual states. 3. I didn't go to a Jesuit school. I went to a Lutheran college.